With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us chant Om 3 times together. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev, we all have assembled here since yesterday to celebrate Sri Gurudev's birthday. In the year 1994, his birthday was celebrated in Chicago. In the year 1995, his birthday was celebrated in Hamburg, Germany. And just to tell you, the inauguration ceremony of the Hamburg Baba's program, we had about 400 to 500 people. And everybody was treated with hamburger. Veggie burger. 96, 97, 98, his birthday was celebrated in Vienna, in a rented hall. 99 onwards, in Sri Gurudev's physical presence, it was celebrated here. I told you yesterday, 99, the celebration was to be in Vienna, and Sri Gurudev was to go. But at the last moment, he decided not to go. And not only that, he told me to go. It was really very painful for me. You know, Gurudev will be here and his birthday is here. Here, one thing to understand, the scriptures tell, mantra mulam gurur vakyam. If the Guru tells, do this, then what to do? There was a beautiful monk, a realized Siddha Vaishnava monk in Odisha. His name is Namacharya Baya Baba. He gave once a public talk, one sentence, public talk. He never goes for public programs because It was his practice wherever he goes. With him, the continuous chanting of divine name would go. Suppose he is going from Katak to Puri. So in his vehicle, the people will be there too. So continuously, day and night, continuous chanting. So if he's on the stage, the continuous chanting. Swami Chidananji of Divine Life Society and their conference, so he agreed to go. He went to the stage. The chanting was going on and he lit the lamp. Then he said one sentence in Odia: those who have hate, they cannot serve. That's all. In Odia, mundo thiba loko seva kari parantini. Finish. That was the talk. He folded the hands and left. And the 3 days conference, I heard later from those who participated, the discussion was on this one sentence. What does it mean? Do you know, yesterday I spoke to you about Shri Hanuman as the best example of Seva, Acharya of Seva Bhakti. It is a beautiful combination of his character. He was the wisest of all, Jnaninam Agraganyam, leader of the wise. But he, so humble, unbelievable. However, come back to our Sri Gurudev. Gurudev told me to go. I agreed, although my mind was thinking to be with Gurudev. I had a fear. You will tell you had fear? Yes. Do you know what was the fear? 1999, we got few books printed in Odisha and was already here. The same day I reached, I have to leave. Life of Sri Lahidi Mahasaya, Life of Swami Sri Yukteswarji, Gurudev's biography, The River of Compassion. There was some other book, maybe Yoga Pathway to Divine. I have the fear about River of Compassion, the Gurudev's biography. He agreed that evening. I didn't know how he will react, how he will respond, how he will accept. Luckily, the books reached, because I had the old memory. I told you, he threw the book like this, nothing to write. It was in the afternoon. Before I had to leave, I took these 4 books plus. There was an audio cassette which was created in Cleveland. You know, few devotional songs dedicated to the Guru. It was recorded in the basement of late Harinath Baba.
Not late.
Late Harinath Baba, at present Swami Matrukrupanandji. Look, Harinath Bhattina is no more. He is cremated. You know this? And our loving Guru Priyananda Ma, their basement, that audio cassette. I went to Gurudev's room. I presented the books. I showed first Lahidi Mahasaya. Then I showed, he was looking at this. Then he was touching on his head. And then I showed Swami Sri Yukteswarji. He, very good. Then I showed River of Compassion. And first he measured it. Such a thick book. Then he opened the book. First he looked at the photos. I think normally we do when we open a book, we look at the photo first, I think. At least I do that. So he did that. Opened the photos and from where you got this? Swami Sevanandji, from where you got it? He was so happy to see so many photos. And he tossed the book on his head. Do you know what he said? My birthday celebration is over. I'm so happy. I went to Vienna. We were staying in the new ashram inaugurated the previous year. Ashram was filled with roses. You can't imagine. And all the rose plants were planted under supervision of Gurudev. Gurudev loved flowers, garden, fruits. Those who have seen Sri Gurudev here, they know it, how he loved the garden, how he made everybody to work. And then I got a telephone call. I love to get telephone call from Sri Gurudev. He was inquiring, how am I, how is everything? So I told, the ashram is full of roses and all this, but Krishna is missing. He laughed. Yesterday I told you about his birthday, just to give little clarification. He was born on 27th May, and that was full moon day. But it is the transition of Sunday and Monday according to the Indian and Western, because 27th May is Monday. As Sri Gurudev was born before sunrise, so it is according to the Vedic tradition, it is Sunday, the previous date also, 26th. But we have accepted it 27th May, full moon. It is Sunday. Also, we can tell it is also Monday. We can celebrate every day. As today is also his celebration, because all these days is celebration, not that just on 27th. We should celebrate every day. Why not? If there is celebration every day, there is need for that preparation. What is that preparation? I tell you, when we celebrated Sri Gurudev's birthday, he didn't know that we are celebrating. Early in the morning, we few were there near his room to give him breakfast. And it was little before breakfast, he usually opens the door. And normally what he used to do during those days, I will tell a little more. First, I was curious that at what time he gets up. Because his toilet, Gurudev's toilet in Puri, was from his room, go out and walk. Whether it is rain or cold, it doesn't matter. Nearly 10 steps you have to walk to go to the toilet. Maybe more, 15 steps. And to wash his body, those who have gone to Kodar Ashram, near the hand pump, that well, there is a small room. That was his bathroom. And Gurudev used this toilet and till mid-80s. Till mid-80s means how old was he? You can calculate, I'm not telling. Till mid-80s he used. You just think, a great master who is traveling to West and, he could have attached toilet, attached shower, attached nothing he demanded. Nothing he expected. Whatever is there. I can really describe how accommodative he was with every situation. So I never saw him, going to toilet in the morning, because I was looking when. Similarly, I didn't know him washing his body also so much, because I was commuting between Puri and Cuttack and so on. Then I found he did not wash his body every day. He washed his face, hand, and all these, but he didn't really washing the body as we do. He didn't. And it is strange. Later on, I read that, I was young, in my early 20s, that Sri Yukteswarji washed his body once in a year. Can anybody imagine? And that was on the bath ceremony of Lord Jagannath. If you have read about him or from Gurudev's biography, or I don't know it is written or not, when Sri Gurudev went regularly to him, he used to clean his body. Today this part, next day this part. He didn't. And this is what but his body was perfectly, normal, and it was not smelling anything. If one doesn't wash the body, if we don't wash, what will happen? But he was always like fresh rose. But he washed his hand and this every day, and he was very, very, very clean, unbelievable clean. His nail, oh God, you can feel his nail at all, if a person has nail or not. So still then, one day during initiation, he got up and he wanted to go to his room. I followed him because key was with me. I didn't know what happened, why he got up, and he said, he immediately brought his toilet bag and taking the nail file and started to file his nail. He said, the guru, the teacher, should be so disciplined in every way, not only in speaking or acting, or even the nails should be disciplined. He's telling the nail also should be disciplined. However, I was observing when. So what I did in later time, so I used to sit in front of his room much before he opens the door, if you'll need. And we had a nice communication. I stayed in the room just above Sri Gurudev's room. And Gurudev was downstairs, I was upstairs. If at any time Sri Gurudev needed anything and wanted me, and normally he didn't want to disturb, because somebody will be resting or meditating. He was very considerate, and it's bar with which normally we lock the door from inside. With that, he used to hit the roof, tuck. And after hearing that sound, I would run from upstairs to downstairs. It is quite a... So I will knock the door. So this is how we communicated. But I was sitting in front of his room. So I'm talking of his birthday morning. So when his time of opening the door, and we planned to blow the conch continuously. So the conch is blowing, and Gurudev opened the door. What is going on? Then we said the baby is born. He smiled. You can't imagine. Gurudev's smile is so sweet. He smiled. So Gurudev's birthday, I will give you some more information about the date. He, as I told you, reached Puri in 1938. That was the full moon in the month of June. It is June 14th, 1938. In the year 1958, and that was also full moon, I told you. 1958, on September 27th, he had the vision of Mother Kali. Mother Kali was his Ishta Devi. And as you know, even Paramahansa Yoganandaji loved the Divine Mother as her chosen deity. And just to tell you a little bit about the masters, Sri Lahiri Mahasaya fasted once in a year. He fasted once in a year. You'll tell, he fasted, yes, he fasted only once in a year, not Ekadasi, not Purnima, not this. And that was on Shivaratri. He fasted once in a year. Sri Sanyal Mahasaya, he loved Lord Krishna, although he worshipped all, but he loved Lord Krishna. So, Sri Gurudev loved the Divine Mother. And just to tell you, Sri Gurudev sculpted in clay a beautiful image of Mother Kali. I was fortunate to have worshipped there also, because she was worshipped every day during those days. The small room where the Divine Mother was, and in the same room Gurudev had the darshan of Babaji. But Gurudev had a special darshan of Mother Kali. She appeared in full of light, blessed him, and spoke to him. It is, you see, don't get, God is everything. God is formless, absolute. God is with form. Formless can assume any form. If only form, then it is difficult to, somebody asks why Lord Jagannath is like this. Because he can become everything. One who can become everything, so that's why he's like this. So that was also 27th September, I told, a full moon day. 27th May is also significant in Sri Gurudev's life, because his life is our life, because just like his celebration, birthday celebration is our birthday celebration. You will tell again what happened. As you know, in Buddha's life, he was born on the full moon of Vaishak. He got enlightenment on the day of the same full moon, same month. And he left the body on the same full moon on the same month. He left home on Guru Purnima full moon. He left home and Sri Gurudev's sannyas initiation it is a coincidence or God's plan, 27th May. So that is his birthday as Rabi. That is also his birthday as our beloved Gurudev You know his name. That was the name given on the 27th May 1958. The name with which we address him. You'll tell why you are not telling his name. When you all know, why should I tell? You all know, why should I tell? Do you know, if it is not needed, not to utter the name of the Guru so much. It is the teachings of the scripture. Don't tell your name so much. Don't utter the Guru's name so much. Don't take your children's name so much. You'll tell why. Even it is first thing, respect and love. Where there is respect and love, we should not take the names too much. So that is why I said Gurudev's birthday. I could have said his name, no need. And you can, those who have gone, for example, I'm telling to Paramhansa Yoganandaji's places, there the Swamis, the Brahmachari, whoever they come and talk to and so they become as guide, they always say, the master lived. The master did this. The master, they don't, it's very good to hear this. Not to tell, you know, in the West, normally we use the name. So these are the few informations I wanted to give you for some clarification or some. However, come back to Sri Gurudev's. When I planned to write Sri Gurudev's biography, as I told you, I wanted to write it in the same volume, 4 sections. So I planned in my mind in Vienna, 6th September. After the inauguration of the ashram there, I came back to USA. And my first program was in Rochester, 1998, September. So when it was in Rochester, I arrived, but my bag did not. Although I rechecked after customs, I had my own notebook. I don't write on regular. I have some special, notebook and special pen. And don't ask why or which pen, which notebook, because I don't want to know why. Because of craziness. I told about a book, I got few books. I told about a book, I got few books. So it is really craziness of the people. They think that if he loves this, then we'll bring some more. I am not going to open a notebook store or a pen store. But I planned, I reached on Wednesday. My thought was to start writing from Thursday, because Thursday is Guru's day. Today is Thursday, Guru's day. So it didn't come. But it was my thought, but what to do? My notebook, nothing is there. By God's grace, the thought came, okay, let me talk in audio, record it. A very loving disciple who is no more. He was the central leader of Switzerland. He came, I didn't know that he's coming to USA. And he was also staying with my host and the central leader, David Strassner. And he was at that time unmarried, bachelor. So central leader from Zurich, he's also a bachelor, and me, we three, you can imagine 3 monks. We were cooking together, cleaning together, talking. So that young man from Switzerland, he wanted to sleep in the same room I am on the floor. He did in his apartment in Zurich. Although he had other rooms to stay to sleep, but he never slept. He slept on the floor in the same room I am. So he was asking about Gurudev, and then I started talking about Sri Gurudev. Few hours talking, my time, as I saw him, and that was transcribed. And when I got this material from the different disciples about Gurudev, their time with Gurudev, I saw my time with the Gurudev, it will be a little thicker and it doesn't look good in the same volume to put, and the same volume will be much thicker because other disciples writing 2 pages, 1 page, 3 pages, and I will be writing 10 pages or more. It is not good. It doesn't look good. So 1999, we got River of Compassion, Sri Gurudev's biography, which was released during his lifetime. He read it. And the second, about him and my time with the Master, was the second book, which was also printed during his time, and he also went through this. And it is amazing or surprising, he kept the book in his room, and he used to look at the book and to read when nobody's there, lying down on the bed, and with his light, he used to read. And sometimes he used to comment, this is this, oh, this is this. So he used to go through. As I told you, he read Soul Culture and telling me. So these 2 books we got printed during his time, and he knew what biography is written about him. That's why I'm telling, it is not written later on. Sri Gurudev is a unique person. I am not preaching or talking about him as I am his disciple or his child. I observed him in the early years very carefully, and just to tell you, day and night. Day and night. And he was also aware of my mind. He allowed me to be with him, to be close to him, and he allowed me. So what I'm talking, or whatever is written about him, it's nothing, just, that Gurudev did not like in his life. Or when he said that half truth, half lie, one day he told me, do you know, when people write biography, I forgot, they add some flavor and color into it. He told, it is not really, they put little to make it is more, so it is not honest thing. So he has told me this before. And when he told this, I was also very careful to see him, and whatever is written in these books, few books are written on him. And one is The River of Compassion, as I told you, that was the first complete biography during his lifetime, and which it's in the next edition, he already left his physical body, so it was one chapter or so, it is added into it. And my time with the Master was printed during his time. And apart from these 2 books, the last decade is from beginning of 90s to the beginning of 2000, to the end of 2002. I will tell one incident about Sri Gurudev. It is a dream. And I have told you many times I love dreams. I enjoy dreams. But I'm not a dreamer. I'm, to a great extent, very practical. I keep certificate to myself. So, do you know, Lord Hanuman got a certificate. Do you know who gave the certificate? Ravana. Ravan told him, oh, you are really a strong monkey. Do you know why he told this? Hanuman gave a big blow to Ravana. Ravana fell down, almost unconscious. Then he controlled himself and got up. And he said that you are a mighty monkey. Hanuman is telling, smiling, I don't need any certificate from you. Although it is not written there. I feel myself ashamed that my one blow could not kill your ego. You saw the monkey's blow. You did not see behind the monkey's blow. When you appreciate that you are mighty, it is not my strength, it is the Lord's strength. It is unfortunate to my blow. It could not kindle that understanding in you that it is not a monkey. It is behind him, it's the Lord. So, a dream I'm telling. The dream is after Sri Gurudev left his body. And his body is in his, it is real, it is not dream. His physical body is in his room on his bed. The daytime, disciples coming, bowing, going, and many things going on. I was not taking food. So you can imagine during those days, my condition, it was a little difficult time. So I was also sleeping there on the floor. I have slept. In the dream, I am reading a newspaper. And that newspaper is in Odia language. And those who are from Odisha, they know the Samaj. And in the Samaj, on the cover page, I'm dreaming. It is not real. The news of Sri Gurudev's Mahasamadhi with Gurudev's picture, I'm dreaming. And in the dream, I'm dreaming, I am in Gurudev's room and reading this newspaper. I'm dreaming. And I'm dreaming Gurudev's body is lying down on the bed. I'm also dreaming. So, and reading of his Mahasamadhi in the newspaper. This is the dream. Then, while reading, I looked at, in the dream, the body of Sri Gurudev, which is lifeless body lying there. In the dream, Gurudev opened his eyes, looked at me and smiled. So I'm holding the newspaper and he's smiling, I'm looking at him. Then he told me, what are you reading? I said, about Sri Gurudev. He told, what is written? I told about Sri Gurudev's Mahasamadhi. He said, is it not all lie? That means, am I not gone? Have I gone? Because in the dream he's talking. I got up from dream, no newspaper. I am in his room. His body is on the bed. You can imagine my condition. I don't know what to you, to me, he is. To me, he is. And it is truth to me. And scriptures also tell, Gurur lopo navaktavyam in Guru Gita. Never tell that my Guru is no more. Because Guru is not a person or individual. Guru is an ideal. Guru is a living message. Guru never dies. The body, you will tell, What about the body? The body is body. But Guru lives, Guru lives in his teachings. Guru lives through his disciples. Guru lives in the heart of those who really love the Guru. So when we are sitting to celebrate his birthday, I'll tell you about another dream. And again, I tell you, we went back from here with Gurudev's body, so all these newspapers were piled up. I was exactly the same newspaper which I dreamt. I have dreamt this, and it was in that newspaper on the cover page with Gurudev's photo and this news. It was in the cover page. In other newspaper, in other pages, but this news was on the cover page, that which I dreamt. And you will, what is this dream? Or if I think, what is this dream? It is not dream, it is real. Without seeing the newspaper, I dreamt the exact newspaper, and then I verified it is the same I dreamt of. So, Sri Gurudev's birthplace is Habibpur. I don't know how many of you were there this year. This year is a very special, joyful year for me. I'm telling, for me it is, for many, all of us. Do you know, it was 2019, the pilgrimage. 2019 pilgrimage, mostly from Australia and New Zealand, and some from other places. They came and to Balighai and then went to Calcutta, and I was with them. We went to Habibpur. A nephew of Sri Gurudev gave this thought. Why can't we do something here in honor of Gurudev? Gurudev's youngest sister's son, and he's the youngest nephew of Sri Gurudev. From brother's side and sister's side, but the youngest. And when he told this was the seed, it was planted. Because during Sri Gurudev's time, I was never there in that village. I was never there. Although we wrote his biography and everything, we wrote Habibpur, it is in district of Nadia, it's few kilometers from Ranaghat. It is written with whatever Sri Gurudev described, but I never saw in my eyes. It was after Sri Gurudev's Mahasamadhi, we went to that village, and later on few times we went, and never the thought came to do something there. When this thought was created, I consider it is not he talking, it is Sri Gurudev's wish. I'll tell something a little bit more. When Sri Gurudev came to Kodar Ashram and he saw Yukteswarji's Samadhi there in this condition, so whatever he could do, he did it. He did means keeping a little bit well protected and all this, but not too much, because he was a brahmachari, he had no authority also. And as I told you how he was staying there, and he has come for his sadhana. Later on he wrote Paramahansa Yoganandaji that this is where he is now staying in this condition. Can we not do something? And do you know, it was some repeated letter of correspondence between Gurudev and Paramahansa Yoganandaji, and Paramahansa Yoganandaji designated his brother Sanandalal Ghosh, younger brother Sanandalal Ghosh, who was popularly known as Gorada. And he stayed there, Gurudev and they really took care of the shrine, and it was completed in the year 1951. That temple was completed in the year 1951. Gurudev many times told, this thing I wanted to tell you before, about his guru, about Yoganandji, about all, he talked to me. This had a strong feeling in me that we should do something for him. And by God's grace, Gurudev's will means desire. His divine body was taken to India. And you will be surprised, without our knowledge, the government of Odisha declared State Guard of Honor, which is very rare for the sadhus, monks. It is very rare because it is mostly for political and social people. With the State Guard of Honor receiving Gurudev's body with the gun salute and escorting Gurudev's body with, as a very highly dignified person, and his body was given Bhusamadhi with gun salute and gun firing and all this. They do all this, we never thought of it. It is as if he was doing all this. Another thing I want to tell you, when we are in West, Gurudev's body is here, and we have to go with his body, and just over telephonic conversation, where to make the arrangement for Bhusamadhi. Through telephone, we told that go little back like this, and there is one open space, not to cut down the trees, and you'll find there is one open space and that space. That was just telephonic direction. During those days, so Gurudev's body was there in Balighai, and you can't imagine the previous day, Gurudev came, and the next day the ashram was filled with thousands of people, unbelievable, and people after people. So first few monks, other monks, they commented, why did you do this so far away in the forest? I didn't say anything. Then few disciples commented that you kept him there. Who will go there? I didn't say anything. The next day, Suddhanandji, Brahmanandji, Arupanandji, me, we four sitting there near his samadhi, the state of mind. Gurudev's first monk disciple, Swami Premananda, who is no more now, he was there for this event. He came, and because he was with Gurudev for long period of time, even when that property was taken, he came to us and he sat down. He was not so well physically. He asked me a question, asked me directly, how did you find this place? Why did you choose this place? Then I thought, oh God, again he will tell. Already I have heard from other monks, disciples. Now he is Gurudev's long-time disciple. And I said, what happened? Did we do anything wrong? He said, no, I'm curious. Why did you choose this place? I said, I don't know. It was just telephonic direction. I told like this. He said, will you believe something? Then he started telling. When that property was taken in mid-70s, 1970s, he was with Gurudev, walking in the property. He said, exactly this place, Gurudev pointed out with his own walking stick. When I leave my body, you will bury my body here. It was in mid-70s. And he was the only person. Then he lived in Ganga Sagar, a holy place. Not so much of communication, nothing. Sri Gurudev left his body and we took his body to India. And this place was decided out of, not exactly being there and deciding, nothing. You just tell me, who then decided? Who chose that spot? The very simple question, isn't he? Isn't he who decided in mid-70s that when I leave my body, you will bury me here? And it was his wish to be there in Balighai, this place, and where he is. To me, you do know, even again, for example, I didn't tell that as Samadhi Mandir. Samadhi Mandir means, normally we tell in India this Samadhi Mandir where his body is kept. We told no, because Samadhi means he is. And it is Guru Mandir. You see how he also created this idea to keep all the Gurus. It is unique. It is unique that it is not, it is Guru Mandir, all Gurus are there, including Gurudev, and Gurudev is physically there. Two places Gurudev lived. Really, the longest is Kodar Ashram, and the next is this place where we are sitting. As I told you that we are sitting in the place to celebrate his birthday where 1999. Unfortunately, I was not physically present. 2000, 2001, 2002, in his physical presence, except 2006 and 7, then because of COVID, 2020, then 21 I was here. Then 22 I missed. So in this place, 1999, 2006-7 because of Sri Gurudev's centenary, and then 20 because of COVID, and 22. So how many times total? 5 times. 5 times I'm not present here. I don't know tomorrow, but I'm happy to be here because this place has his memory. Those who have seen him, slowly the people, those who have seen him will disappear, in course of time. One day you will go, one day I will go, one day others will go. So it doesn't matter to, this place is vibrant with his memory. Even this hall is his gift, his creation for us. It is his creation. So we are celebrating his birthday, but how to celebrate? I forgot. I was talking of Habibpur. This year we got Sri Gurudev's temple exactly in his birthplace, in the same parental property. You cannot imagine the joy in my heart. And just to tell you, there we didn't, because it was Sri Gurudev. Although we have the pictures of the Gurus. And Gurudev loved his parents, respected his parents. Gurudev loved his birthplace, villagers, even employees, those who worked for the family, farm workers and others. He loved them. And you can't imagine Sri Gurudev's love. And Gurudev's life was such a life of gratitude. Every year, two occasions. As he's from Bengal, one is Vijayadashami, the other is first day of Bengali New Year, Poila Vaishak. He would write in his own handwriting. Can you imagine? To his brother, to his sister, to his nephew, to some of the disciples, to Swami Sevananji. Although he was not living in Kodar Ashram, he was living in Hardwar. To Swami Sevananji, to whomever he knew and whomever they have helped him. And Sri Gurudev, I have observed him, if you help him this much, he will speak, as whom I was telling, Lord Rama was very generous in appreciating. He was like that. Oh God, he will tell this much. And not only that, he served people incognito. Not people didn't know that who did this in many ways. Some people took advantage of his, and some people thought that he's not able to understand people. And I have heard it. He's not able to. I'll tell one story, then I'll conclude it. I was with Sri Gurudev and a very high-profile police officer I ran. He's still alive. And he asked about one person and an incident. And at that time, he was in that position. He said, Gurudev, I have a question. We three. So I was the witness and he's asking. You told about this person and this thing, that this person is like this. And I told, no, this person is like that. Now tell me, who is correct? I thought, oh God, what type of officer he is? He doesn't know minimum manner to talk all this. He's talking all this. And Sri Gurudev said, will I tell you a story? I have written this somewhere in the book. Gurudev said, once a sadhu and a thief, both are taking dip in the Ganga. The sadhu is thinking he's another sadhu taking dip. And this thief is thinking he's another thief. After the night's business, he's also taking dip. So the sadhu, both are thinking. The thief asked, the sadhu asked, how are you? How is your sadhana going on? I mistook. The thief asked, how is your work going on? He said, my guru told me to chant, to do the meditation, whatever he told, I have been doing. Till now, I have not really reached that state, but I'm doing. Have you? What about you? The thief thought, oh God, he's not a thief, he's a sadhu. He said, you follow your guru, you will find. I'm following my guru, I'm okay. Then Gurudev said, do you know, I'm a sadhu. I got so delighted, you can't imagine. Because to see good in all, not to see, but why to judge, why to speak of all these things? And that police officer, he told me once, he told, in my life, I have seen countless sadhus, saints. I have never seen one like, he's not a disciple. He wants to be initiated, but tomorrow. His wife wants to be initiated, he's no more. She has already left because tomorrow never comes. However, but he told about Sri Gurudev, one person I have seen in my whole life as a. So this is our Gurudev. Let us close our eyes for a moment. With deep love, let us think of God and Sri Gurudev. Let us pray to God and Gurudev during these special days. O God and Gurus, give us real love for you. Give us the real strength, understanding, balance of mind to love you and to follow you and to be your worthy child. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Let there be peace, progress, and prosperity everywhere. Om Amen.